What is up, everybody? Radar here with some more War Thunder gameplay on Twitch. And I'm going to go ahead and do some simulator battles with the tanks. Let's see here, events and tournaments, I believe. So we're going to do Tank Simulator. Filling the Russians right now. Let's see what they got for Tank Simulator currently. Ooh, wow. We're talking. It looks like they're rolling the really big stuff right now for Tank Simulator. Sheesh. Let's see here. Oh, there's planes I can bring in. Alright. It looks like I have to go with the Americans. Because I'm not going to fly my own mouse and keyboard for simulation. I got a joystick, but I'm not planning on getting that all set up, because it seems every now and again I have to reset the joystick. So let's see here. And I don't think I have too many options here. It looks like I'm actually stuck to one vehicle for this outside of planes. Hold on. I bet you... Yep, there we go. Alright, so we're going to do the M19. Oh, no. I'm pretty sure I got a crew set for this. Nope. There he is. And for the one, it's kind of looking pretty weak. Let me double check my Russians. Yeah, all I got is the Yak-9 and LA-9 for the Russians, so we're stuck rolling a light tank and a anti-air tank for a simulation battle currently, which is a bummer, but I'll take what I can get. Actually, before I get in the game, I'm going to go ahead and take out the EU servers and stick to just US for now and see how that goes. Though looking at it right now, there aren't too many people playing, probably because of the high tiering they have for Tank Simulator. So I might actually have to put in for the EU server as well to get a tank simulation battle going. I'll give it 10 more seconds, but I'm looking at the lineup here and people are quitting out quicker than hopping in, so yeah, alright. Leave Q, let's add the EU and see if that increases our chances of getting a game. Slightly. Battle of Hurtgen Forest, okay. So we're going up against some pretty top-notch Russian tanks for War Thunder. The T-54s. All I got is going to be my M41. So this is not necessarily going to be an easy fight. Currently just rolling the high penetration stuff. I probably should mix it up a bit, but with any luck, everything will be alright. Oh, is that an M60 right there? Yep, M60s versus T-54s. That's what's happening here. I am the light tank interloper for this. And the sides are kind of small, so I'm expecting a lot of AI in between us and them. So we are going to speed our way out, hopefully not get one-shotted. Worst comes to worst, I'll just hop over to realistic battle. I'm checking the feed for the stream here. There's a little bit of jitter with the stream, but not too bad. Now I can rush in there and possibly get the C before they do. But after that, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be dead. So I might try hanging back and hoping for the best here. The Sabo isn't really going to cut it. I think it's what I got loaded in this thing. Come on, tank. Attack the B point. Well, I am nowhere near B. So you, sir, are on your own. Alright. Alright, so we got nothing in sight right now. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and push in and hope I don't take fire from the northeast. The east is pretty covered for now. Attack the enemy vehicles. Huh. No, I think I'm going to cap this point. Ah! Knew it. I knew someone was up to the north. Wrecked me. Okay, we got an airplane in our tank battle. That helps us a lot. Alright, bring in number 2. Yep, I should have just flanked further up north. I mean, that's kind of like the way to play this. Is always be pushing out to the flanks as far as you can. T-54 at B. Friendly? No. What? It's US versus... It's US versus Russia. Like... If it's a T-54, it's an enemy tank. Whoa! Gotta move fast and get to this hill before they push out. It usually plays out and they will spawn camp. I mean, that's generally how what this boils down to. Is spawn camping half the time. There's a lot of action going on elsewhere. Reload faster.
Yes, a hit.
Dang it, this thing cannot push over trees, and that's going to get me killed. I need that momentum. Dang it, he got me. Fuck. And I can't call it anymore, so that's that for this battle. So I'm going to go ahead and quit out here. Looks like we're going to win anyways. But as you can see, that guy was pushing up to cover that spawn point. Can't really fault him on it. Looks like I broke his track. If I hadn't run into that blasted tree, I would have been able to flank in around him fast enough before he could turn in on me.
Roger that.
Alright, well, let's try another battle. Okay. Events, tournaments, tanks. Somebody's messaging me on Steam about something. Alright. Never been too fond of this map. Looks like the battle's already in full swing. A is being captured.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Alright. So again, we're going to go for a wide flank. Though I am fortunately going to be a bit behind here on flanking since they kind of threw me into this battle after it started. Alright, away we go. I'm try to keep slightly deflate here. Oh, shoot. Don't know how he sees me, but he sees me. And I am not pinning. That gun depression on that tank is awesome. Shit. Like I said, I'm pretty much screwed with just the M41 in this event. It's really weird that they keep it so kind of enclosed with what tanks you can use for these events. That's why it ends up being hard to find matches, especially when they go up in the upper tier 5 stuff. So now we gotta run a really wide flank. Hopefully catch this guy. But as you notice, I think he's running some pretty low settings. His first shots came through bushes, which means he probably doesn't have bushes. Last I checked, they never really gotten around to actually fixing that. So for all I know, all these bushes in front of me don't exist for this guy, and I'm easily visible. That's why playing sim is sometimes a bum deal. And there's no excuse for the low settings guys to not have bushes. Like there is an excuse for it. I have played really old games like World War II Online, and they have bushes on the lowest settings, and that engine is super old and anything can run it. So why they remove the bushes in this particular game is just them being kind of lazy by actually taking the time to optimize the bushes. It's easy to throw in some 2D bushes that would be equivalent to the bushes I'm seeing in high quality. See if we can listen in.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Oh, those planes flying overhead. And we are losing A. Wouldn't be surprised if something around comes through these bushes and just wrecks me. Last time I engaged him was right around here. He must have moved on, probably this spawn camp. Shots being fired. I see something on the hill. I think it's already been smoked though. Yep. We'll wrap around here and see if I can catch that guy that took me out. Pretty sure he just pushed up to our spawn. Yeah, that uncertainty of like what player settings are is really a bum deal for simulation and realistic battle. You might as well throw the silhouettes in here so it'll be a fair playing field for everyone, which kills the whole point of realistic and sim battle.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
Oh, hello. M60 is engaged with something in our spawn, so he went all the way in there. Yep, that's the guy. I can't drop artillery in my own base, definitely, so... It's the name of the game, though. Spawn camp in low settings. I should go ahead and test that, though, see if they fixed it, which... I'm pretty sure they did not. I just saw a tree fall over and nothing there to knock it over. Nor bullet tracers. So I'm wondering if he moved on and they just didn't draw him in because of my cruise Settings are still too low. I think the T-54 just got lit with the M60 spawn camper. I mean, come on, at this point they might as well have it set so it, you know, if you cross a certain threshold, guess what? You're gonna explode if you crawl in the spawn. Like, he was in our spawn, literally, not just watching our spawn, he was in it. So, it's a lot of issues that aren't getting resolved, and they've been issues for a very long time. But it seems like Gaijin's more interested in pushing new content and fixing the content that's already there. So what usually happens when development goes that route, it just compounds the issue even more. We have people complaining about the balance problems with the T-54 versus the M60. Just chalk it up to Russian bias. I hate to be that guy that says that crap, because sometimes not all that is much of an issue there, but it's kind of a prevalent thing where one faction tends to have a very large advantage over the others, or suddenly seems to have high resistance to what should be, what is always a kill shot to all other tanks. And it's not like the tank has any values that are different that helps them have that resistance. Here's something coming. Sounds like hostile tanks. Doesn't mean they just throw like large rocks in random spots. M60 right there.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
I gotta rush down in Cap A before we lose. I don't know if I'm gonna make it down there. I'm gonna give it a shot though. Oh shit, 54. And wow, not even a sound. Not even a sound. And that's been an issue for a while as well. Well, this looks like another lost battle here. This is like another free-to-play that has promise, but they really aren't keeping up with the issues that the game is presented with each new update, or issues that's been present since, you know, closed beta. But that's gonna be it for this bit of gameplay commentary. A bit of a downer, but you know, this free-to-play started out pretty well, but they started doing some pricing changes that makes it, at least in my opinion, a bit more hostile to really get into and like progress. as you may have seen one of my other videos where I talked about some of the stuff they did and changed. Still a fun game, still the best game for the price of free. Frankly, I prefer this over World of Tanks any day. World of Tanks is a bit too arcadey and kind of pie in the sky for my taste. Not a bad game, but they kind of changed their tune, which I've probably mentioned in videos before. But if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to it on YouTube, follow me on Twitch and Twitter at Radar11X, and you can also just pop into radar11x.com and you can actually send some feedback. Some constructive feedback would be great. I'm always happy to hear from what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and things you would like me to do, and games you would like me to play and put some commentary on. I would be more than happy to see if I can just get the game and try it out. But yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more gameplay commentary.